What's up? Doug McWilliams here, author of The Evolution of Love. Let's title this, Is It True Love? Is it love? How do you know? And in my book, I propose this thought experiment to do your own self-evaluation of whether or not you truly love your partner in the way that I call evolved love, unconditional love. So let me start by, again, giving my definition of what love is to me. It's really not quite the same as what's plastered all over the media, tabloids, and just what seems to be celebrated in our pop music of, I need you and you're mine, and I can't ever let you go. Don't ever leave me, or how could you say you love me and then you left me? That's an egocentric kind of love. It's an immature version of love, I believe, and not knocking it, but our brains have evolved. We've evolved as a species now to where we can now celebrate and strive for a higher love, Steve Winwood. And that is, it's the deepest level of caring about someone else. So when you care so much about them, they feel like they're part of you. So when they're hurting, you hurt. And when they're happy, you're happy. I mean, you just feel that. And it's the way a mother loves her child, typically, the way you love your children, because there is that, for most of us, automatic, natural sense that that's part of me, that we are connected. But I believe that's true of all humanity, in fact, all of animal life. That being said, you want their company. You want them to stick around. You love being with them. It's fun for you. But no matter how much out of selfishness you want their company and attention, you're conscious of that ultimately you want them to be happy. You never ask them to stay with you if they're not happy. Parents someday have to let their children go and live their lives, and I'm sure that's hard for parents to do, but that's the ultimate expression of love. So that's the thought experiment. You love them enough to let them go. If your partner met someone else tomorrow, and I'm talking husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, your significant other, if they met someone that they'd rather be with, would you ask them to stay? Would you hate them if they left you? And I think a lot of the hate and anger and resentment stems from our expectation and our pattern of that we promise to stay together forever. I think that's the mistake we make, in my opinion. I don't think you can ever promise to happily stay with someone. You don't know. Let's promise to be honest with each other. Let's take this ride. Let's put our best put our best effort into this relationship. And should it not work, that's not a shock. I don't think it should be. It's not devastation. And so without making that promise of commitment of staying together forever, or 50 years, then it's a lot less stigmatizing or traumatic should it not work out. And also the silver lining there is that you don't take each other for granted. You appreciate the time you have together. And I can say that from my own experience in life. When I've had those relationships of us both being conscious, we don't know how long this is going to last. But it's working now. I love you now, and that's enough, and I cherish it. And then too, the fact that someday we die, or we lose our partners that way. Well, so this, I think, helps almost automatically get us into appreciating the time we have right now, which is all we ever have. So I guess that's, again, the thought experiment. You have to just imagine if your partner met someone they'd rather be with, God forbid. If you can't let them go, and not only not hate them or resent them, but still love them as a person. They're still the same kick-ass person they were, hopefully, that when you get together in the first place. You had this time together. There'll be some, they ought to feel special to you, I believe. Let them go and still love them. And love yourself. You deserve to be with a great partner. You deserve someone who cherishes you and wants to be with you. And if you don't feel like you deserve that, then you probably have to work on yourself a little bit. Do some personal development. So again, I recognize that this philosophy, this concept isn't going to resonate with everyone. But certainly there are others out there like me who just don't want to get married. Obviously. But this also is a kind of blueprint for those who, how do you have a healthy, satisfying relationship How do you make it work? What's the framework, the paradigm? Minimize the fear, minimize the pain, enhance the experience you had together, and then not be so cavalier. I'm not, a playboy or a womanizer. I'm a one woman guy. Always have been. But at some point, that's for that time. And when you realize, well, it's not working, I'm gonna move on. It shouldn't be good guy, bad guy. I have high standards, and I think so should everyone, or whatever works for people. It shouldn't be such a one-way world, a la Peter Gabriel. So that's the thought experiment, and I think it's powerful. It's different, it's new, but again, I think it makes perfect sense to me. So I guess what this book is about, and this journey is about applying logic and reason to this experience of love, so that we're not slaves to our emotions, which, again, I talk about in the book, that without this logical, rational brain overseeing the show, love can be scary. Oh my God, I'm falling in love, and this might not work, and they might leave me, they might cheat on me. All that negative talk only ultimately sabotages the relationship, makes it shorter than it possibly could be, and undermines the very quality of it. If you're afraid your partner's going to leave, cheat, then you can't fully love. You've got to give it fearlessly. So again, it's powerful. Maybe I haven't explained it in the best way. Maybe I'm not as articulate as I could be, but at some point I will get it right. I know it's gonna resonate with people moving forward. So I hope that serves you. You know anyone who would benefit from this or these other videos, please share it. Help me get the word out, and I wish you well. Have a good day. Bye.